Been doing a lot of Hanging With series, the individual astrological tarot readings for each sign for the month. Had to get 12 of them out of the way. It's a lot of work, kids. Good news is we're back with Street Level Live. We're going to be doing tarot card readings for the next few hours here. Thought I'd start a little earlier, which tends to be slower, but we'll just see how it goes. We're going to hang out and do some chit chat. Anyone who would like a 3-card reading, they're complimentary. Anybody who wants a full 10-card reading, make a donation for any amount, and you got it, no problem. Usually, I guess during the daytime it's a little slower. So what we're going to do is... Hello. Check our audio settings. We didn't actually check that before we went live, did we? Here, I can just check it on the stream. Check it on the stream. All right, here we are. Let's see. Can we hear it? Oh. All right, looking good. Cool, cool, cool. Anyway, we're going to be chilling, talking a little Astro-Tarot today. Some Astro-Tarot. Yep. And maybe go over some planetary stuff, whatever. We're hanging out, making music, making tarot cards. Yep. And I apologize also, when I was doing my readings the last week, I had people stopping by looking for readings, and I was not able to give them because I was doing my weekly or my monthly readings. So I'm figuring it out. I'm doing a lot of videos. The Street Level Live seems to be working. I think I'm going to focus on that for now, and then maybe just do a single video monthly for all the signs. That maybe you can click through the different times. Maybe we'll do something like that. It'll work a little bit better. Anyway, late at night seems to work great with these readings. People are at home, laying in bed, tripping out. I'm not so sure about going on at 6:30 in the afternoon, or I guess it's early evening. It's hot. Where I live, it's hot. So I have a bottle of ice cold Pellegrino water. Now look at that color. I created a custom color LUT for this camera. And I'm digging it. What do you guys think? It's pretty good to me. Uh-oh, what happened to my live stream? Oh, you still got it. Turn the volume down here. Anyway, check that out. That's looking good. Doesn't that look refreshing? Anyway, usually starts off slow, picks up a little later. Get in early for a reading if you want one. Why don't you have I have my microphone way up here. How's that? Is that better? Is it better to have the mic out of the camera? Do I sound okay? I think I do. Let's keep the mic out of the camera. I could even get rid of these headphones. But it gives me a chance to listen to the music, which is nice. Oh, we got a visitor. Hello. How you guys doing? Street Level Live. We doing some tarot readings? Feel free to ask a question. We're just going to talk a little bit about astrology. We have some bing bang coming up. We've got Aries coming out of the sign of Pisces and into its home sign of Aries. I'm sorry, Mars. Mars going into Aries, and that's a lot of action, right? It only comes to its home sign every 2 years. So in the midst of all these retrograde cycles, you have Mercury retrograde next month. In the midst of all this chaos, we're gonna have, the planet of war kicking into its home sign next month, and it should be interesting. I'm curious. I don't want to make any prophecies, so to say, but I will point out that keep your eyes open for Mars entering the sign of Aries. That's actually the end of June 27, so a little bit less than a month away, but I don't know, guys. Should be interesting. I'm feeling pretty good. Chilling. If you didn't get a chance to check out your personal video for your sign, go to my Hanging With series. I got a June 2020 playlist on Street Level Spirituality page on YouTube. So check it out. And yeah, you get the Astro overview. Got a full moon coming up real soon here in just a few days. June 5th. Full moon in Sagittarius. Good time for planning. Sagittarius has the arrow, right? So he points and he says, "This is where I'm going," right? And with the energy of this particular full moon, it's about kind of, taking a little time to reflect, spiritualizing your experience you're having right now, and kind of looking and making plans for the future. Where do you want to position yourself in the future? And how do other people play into that future? So, good stuff. Mayo girl, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing this afternoon? Early evening, I guess, for if you're not on the California West Coast like I am. It's pretty much evening for everyone else. I'm just kicking off my Astro-Tarot for Spiritual Growth Street Level Live. Thought we'd do a little daytime sesh. Gets a little weird at night. The ghoulies come out. Well, are they gonna love me? Do they like me? Are they ever gonna? What's he gonna do? What's she gonna do? Are they cheating on me? Right? I haven't seen you in a while. Early morning in Ireland. Well, good morning in Ireland. That's beautiful. I want to go to Ireland. I don't know. I've heard it's amazing. I like riding my bicycle. I heard it's amazing for bicycle rides. That you could actually stop little places, ride your bike across the grasslands for the day, and then sleep in some other little place and kind of keep doing that. I heard that's a thing. Sounds really fun to me. Ireland, gosh, that sounds really beautiful. I mean, I'm out here in California, and it's bad, Mayo. It's like everyone's out for themselves. No one's connected with the land. No one's like, it's there's not a lot of spirit. It's kind of dry out here in the heart, and every once in a while I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? Mayo, if you like a reading, let me know. I'm doing 3 card readings, complimentary. Look at that. Oh, what happened to that? Let's look at this one. Oh, what about that one? No, it doesn't look very good. Let's try this one. There we go. That looks pretty good. Uh-oh, my head's too super low. Let's move my head. Frame. That's me. So I go like this. Watch. Here I am. Oh, my head's coming down. Did I get taller? I don't know. What do you think happened? My seat moved? There we go. Yeah, it's California, man. I feel lonely sometimes out here. There's good people, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's superficial. Just like you see on TV, probably. Kicking it off, I am going to pull an Edgar Cayce card. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my coffee. Be right back. And we're back. Alright, I'm just pushing all the buttons. Which one do we do? Yeah, that was the one that we did. Isn't that cool? It looks like something's happening. This is actually live. Look at this. Live coffee. Streamed to you from California. Oh, Mayo! Jesus. What a gift. That is very generous of you. I really appreciate that. Sometimes I can read for like 3 or 4 hours and I don't get any donations, which is fine. I'm doing this from the bottom of my heart, but that is a really wonderful way to start the stream. That means a lot to me. And I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So let me know how I can help you. I'll do a full 10-card Celtic Cross reading for you. If you have any questions in particular, let me know. If you like a reading for spiritual growth, if you have relationship issues, if it's career related, whatever it is, hit me up, Mayo. You're on the top of my list. Yeah, it's interesting. It's becoming like this epidemic, right, of disconnection between people. Obviously, with the whole virus thing too, is a big part of that. But even before that, and we're learning how to live disconnected. And part of my kind of mantra of living a more spirited life is not forgetting about that magic that you feel. It doesn't have to be explained logically, right? It's just what you feel in that spirit, you know. And there's a spirit in that of playfulness and joy and creativity, right? So, but it's interesting because, you know, I started doing this show because this is kind of a latent part of myself that I've been kind of hiding my whole life. And so in a strange way, I'm able to connect with people, and there's something really rewarding in that also. But I hear you. Well, let's do the best we can to stay connected and brighten each other's spirits. Thank you for brightening mine. Hopefully my reading can brighten yours. It doesn't matter. It's any donation amount is wonderful, and I really appreciate it. It's a gift. Thank you. What's going on, Mayo Girl? You're waking up in Ireland. You got a question or what? Let's check out these cards. Let's get these cards mixed up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull let's pull an Edgar Cayce card first. Let's check this out here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whee! I don't know if you know who Edgar Cayce is. He is the Sleeping Prophet. This will be our inspirational card for the evening. Yeah, I would like a reading about what I need to know around spiritual growth and general outlook. Okay, excellent. Well, let's get into it. Let's shuffle these Edgar Cayce cards here a little bit, and we'll pull one of these. And always a wonderful question to ask. Sometimes people get really wrapped up in getting things right, and I think whenever you ask about spiritual growth, it's always a great opportunity to tune into yourself. There's a lot of tuning in right now, you know. 2:30 a.m. here. 2:30 a.m. Wow. Yeah, it's a bit of a lag, I'm noticing. Gosh, I think sometimes it's like 20 seconds, but right now it seems to be quite a bit longer. We'll keep going and see what's going on here. Alright, so General Edgar Cayce. Here, you know what, Mayo? Why don't you... Here, we can actually figure out how long the lag is here. Why don't you pick a stack between 1, 2, and 3, and you'll help me pick tonight's inspiration card from the Edgar Cayce pile. And I have all these views here. Let's see. Let's check out this view here. So that's with the cards there. This is just Tarot, I think. And yeah, I'm trying to squeeze so much stuff on the screen here. It doesn't always work. But I also want to know people to know who are coming by to join the queue. A minute, yeah. Okay, so go ahead and pick deck 1, 2, or 3. See? Yeah, about a minute. Yeah, usually it's like 20 seconds, but it seems to be a little bit longer today for some reason. I mean, stack 3. Okay, so not so bad. Maybe 40 seconds. Stack 3. Okay. All right, let's pick. Thank you, Mayo, for helping us pick the Edgar Cayce inspiration card for the day. And is that little speck of white bugging you as much as bugging me? There we go. Okay. Edgar Cayce card for the day says there are the energies in each atom, even of the physical body, that are the shadows of the whole universe. Now this one's a little deeper than a lot. A lot tend to be just kind of inspirational. And Edgar Cayce always talked a little wacky, a little difficult to understand sometimes. But what I'm getting out of this is that just that basically everything's connected. You know, I mean, obviously it's a little deeper than that, but you know, the connection, a little bit of everything exists in everything is kind of what I'm getting out of it on some level. But so I guess we're starting tonight off a little deep on the deep side, all connected, feeling the love. There's so much negativity going on out there. I love getting a little group together online and just generating a little bit of goodness, right? A little bit of spirit, a little bit of playfulness. All right, invest in a little goodness, right? All right, let's go and get these cards going. We've got Miss Mayo stopping by at 2:30 in the morning in Ireland. How cool is that? We're gonna tune in here. If I'm lagging too much, just let me know, or if I'm taking too much time. Just kind of getting into the day here. So 2:30, up late, huh? 2:30 a.m. So I'm assuming you either went to sleep at 7 p.m. and are up for some reason, or you've been out at the pubs. No, there's no pubs, right? All the pubs are closed. We're all vibrating energy and all the same at the most basic level. Damn right. We are individual expressions of creativity and creation, yet honor our integral and sacred connection. Don't want to do too much harm to each other. Mayo is a region in Ireland, by the way, not the condiment. Oh, very cool. Well, it's good to know. I got married. When I got married, I'm not married anymore, but I got married in 2001, and the song that I first danced to with my wife was "Mayonnaise" by the Smashing Pumpkins, but it was this really cool three-piece, like lo-fi jazz thing, which I guess was kind of cool back then. I don't know if it's so much cool. Yeah, I'm a night owl too. I hear you. I've been kind of trying to work on it a little bit. Okay, so the question is, let's get in here. For Mayo girl, she must be a girl from the region of Mayo in Ireland is what I'm getting out of it. All right. All right, so let's see here. To clarify, yes, I would like a reading about what I need to know around spiritual growth and general outlook. Spiritual growth. Okay, so let's look at the cards. Let's see what the cards are saying here. Okay, why don't you go ahead and pick a stack for your actual reading for your reading. I'm going to move these up here. Pick a stack between 1, 2, and 3. I'll go ahead and ask you that early, so by the time I'm done shuffling here, you know which stack that you would like to work with. All right, so it's going to be stack 1, 2, or 3. Let's get the cards down. There's stack 1. Here's stack 2. Move these up a little bit, huh? I'll get it one day. I like this red velvet, but it's a little loose on the table. I'm going to get a pad. I think they have card pads. This is just a fabric. YOLO in the house again. All right, YOLO. Every time you come by, I can never say your name, but it's fun. I have a good time trying to say it. All right, cool. YOLO. We have Mayo Girl says 3. YOLO. Thanks for coming in. Perfect timing. We're just starting a 10-card reading for Miss Mayo. That's a region in Ireland, and we're gonna go ahead and stack it up. Boom, boom, boom. Nature of the reading. Oh, thank you. Well, that's a nice one. Right there, dead center in your reading. You got the Wheel of Fortune, Miss Mayo. So as far as paths and directions, you know, that is the card of paths and directions. It's a change that happens in your life that things will never be the same. They will never go back to the way they were before. And good riddance. Who wants to keep living the same experience over and over, right? Let's see what's influencing it. This is in the spiritual realms. You may have opportunities coming your way that you just need to divert your attention and kind of be open to new things, new offers. Maybe sometimes offers come in ways that we don't expect, right? This is your subconscious realms, and we've got the 10 of Cups in the reverse position. King of Swords, Master of the Mind. Your attitude in this situation is, it seems pretty good. Looks like you're investing in yourself in something. Your environment around you is the 3 of Pentacles. What you have in your greatest hopes and your greatest fears is 2 of Cups in reverse. Looking for love, looking for real connection. Outcome card is 5 of Cups. I see a theme here, Miss Mayo, of possibilities being presented to you here, right? And then your outcome card here looking at the spilt cups instead of the cups that are going to fulfill you, right? So a little bit of a theme here we'll talk about here in your reading. All right, let me just take a moment here to tune into your cards. Well, and take a sip of coffee. Who doesn't need that? Look at this. Live stream coffee. Look how dark that coffee is. Can you believe I'm going to drink that? All right. All right. What I need to know around spiritual growth and general outlook. Well, it's a perfect question. I do readings for spiritual growth. Sometimes people come in, they ask about specific things, but they end up getting the spiritual growth, right? It's just kind of the way I do it. So, anyway, spiritual growth. Okay, well, opening your eyes to new possibilities, new opportunities, and where you focus yourself. It looks like you're looking for emotional fulfillment, you're looking for abundance, you're looking for a sense of connection, right? That's what these cups are all about. A lot of cups here. You got the 10 of cups in reverse down here. You got greatest hopes, greatest fears. You got 2 of cups in reverse. I would say generally this is about emotional fulfillment is what I'm seeing. Looking how you can connect with others, looking how you can find meaning in all this, and where those connections are. Now often, or what we can do is we have kind of our ego or our material self, and it kind of has sometimes an expectation of how these things come to be, and sometimes they come in unexpected ways. So we have to be open to that, or we can miss that opportunity, so to say, right? Now, the nature of your reading is a major arcana card, so that means that this is something significant in your life. It's a pivotal life shift in your life path. Wheel of Fortune is the good news here. This is a lot about good luck and destiny and a major turning point in your life, right? So this is, like I said, it's a direction that comes. Think of it, these as kind of like gears in a clock, right? And you have all these inner gears moving around and stuff like that. Well, it's clicking, it's clicking, it's clicking, and then all of a sudden that hour hand clicks and boom, it's past midnight, so to say, right? So it's a new day. It's a new opportunity, and you can't turn the clock backwards, right? So this is about moving forward, and it's a card of fortune and good luck about moving forward. So the good news is that the nature of your reading here is that you're moving forward to a major new step in your life. So that's great, right? So what's influencing this is the Hermit. And the Hermit, in the reverse position, I mean, the Hermit kind of speaks for itself, right? It's seclusion, taking time to yourself, reflecting. And kind of that seclusion and that time, he's holding the lamp. Well, the lamp, it's kind of like that inner light, that inner voice, right? So when the Hermit's in reverse, it's somebody who's kind of gone through that path of reflection, and isolation's fun. It's great to get in touch with your inner voice, but sure isn't very fun, right? Especially if you're trying to make new connections with other people, right? All these cups are emotional connections, right? Let me turn my music down just a little bit on my side here. I love the huge beats blasting me in the face, but I also want to hear myself talk too. You're kind of over this kind of self-reflectance, this time of inner journeying, right? And you're ready to move forward. So this is great. This really signifies that you've done the work to look within yourself, and that you're kind of prepared for these next steps, right? So sometimes if don't do that inner work and listen to that inner voice, we're not ready to move forward, because we have to take that time to, basically the way the soul path is on the earth plane is that we have experience, and then we have patience, and then we have experience, right? So you just went through a cycle of patience. Now you're ready for a cycle of experience. We need to be able to digest our experiences in the spaces in between, so to say, right? So you're kind of over that. You're ready to move forward. There's something significant. Now, this is, I always consider one of the most important cards in the reading right here at the top. And this is what I call the conscious or the superconscious realms. Everyone reads a little bit different. I kind of have a dualistic masculine feminine creation type aspect between the soul being on the earth plane here in the middle. This is the divinity of the divine realms where our soul is from, And then below in the subconscious realms is kind of what's truly motivating the situation, or what we believe fundamentally that's motivating the situation. Because the law of abundance and attraction and this abundant stuff, it's not so much about what you think, right? It's about what you fundamentally believe, right? If you fundamentally believe something and you generate emotions around an idea, that comes to being. That's what's created, right? So the subconscious down here, this card down here, is kind of what's creating this situation, right? Now let's get back to this card though. This is the card from the angelic realms. Yeah, a little too loud. Okay, let me turn it down a little bit here. It's really hard to figure out the balance. I can't hear half of it. Okay, so I just turned it down. Hopefully that's helpful. Just let me know if you want me to turn down a little more. Let's see here. So we've got the... so this is your message from the divine or the spiritual realms, right? So the spiritual realms, this is your angelic message. This is your totem moving forward. So say you forgot the whole rest of this reading here. If you just focus on this card and the message from the divine, it would still give you a focal point that's going to help you move through through this message and on your journey. So Four of Cups here is a gentleman sitting by the tree, and he's reflecting on something, right? And he's done the work. He's got 3 full cups. Cups are kind of like emotional offers, right? It's relationships, it's fulfillment, right? And so he's seeing these 3 cups that are full. He's like, God, I've done a good job of creating something. But then all of a sudden, there's this little hand from the spiritual realms, right? Giving him the 4th cup. But he's facing the 3 he already has and not really looking for new possibility or new opportunity, right? So you may have done a really good job of creating or moving forward, but now it's time to get kind of open, right? And loose with how you experience life, not being too rigid about it, right? So like a Zen master would constantly check in to see how serious someone's being and kind of trick them, right? So it's time to get a little bit loose in our mind, not too rigid about how we expect things to come to be, and really kind of be playful and open to new ideas, making sure that when you're standing there looking for something, you're looking next to you, behind you, above you, all that, right? Things come from all directions, so to say, right? And they may not be what we expect. So this is just to keep an open mind and be flexible, right? Okay. Coming out of your recent past here's somebody kind of with the world in their hand, and they're reflecting and they're saying, you know, what possibilities, what opportunities do I have? So you've taken some time to reflect on your opportunities and possibilities. With the Hermit in reverse, you've taken time to get in touch with your inner voice, right? So you're kind of like ready to go, so to say, right? Now let's see what's driving all this. Like what's really happening under the surface here, right? Well, you got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Now in the upright position, this is a family. It's a male and a female holding each other. There's 2 kids dancing around playing. There's a house in the background. You got 10 full cups, right? Full emotional fulfillment. Cups are full, right? 10 is completion. This is the ultimate fulfillment, right? You got the masculine and feminine balanced. You've got the children and creation. You've got home and land and the rainbow of all that beauty connection. So when it's in the reverse position, it's this feeling of not having that, right? This feeling or desire to have that, or this feeling of a lack of that. So you know, you may, I'm not saying that you're specifically looking to create a family, but you are inspired to have that sense of fulfillment in regards to your creativity and your relationships, and possibly family also. That's up to you to decide. But you want a sense of fulfillment. You really want that connection. Okay, moving into, oh, did we lose Mayo? Mayo, you still here? Mayo. Hopefully don't lose you. Well, it says message retracted. I'm not sure if that means you're still here. Oh yeah, no, it looks like your other messages are. Okay, cool. Upcoming in the future, you've got the King of Swords. Now this is a disciplined masculine energy who has mental strength and mental power and mental connection. This is the ultimate card of discernment, right? So the masculine and feminine energies, you know, are energies that we all have to learn and balance. Yeah, no, I mean, this is your, you know, this is your subconscious realms, you know. It's like you're really looking to make those meaningful connections. And it's tough these days, you know. People have different values, you know, so you really have to find somebody who shares your values, right? Okay, cool. Okay, King of Swords here. So this is somebody who's becoming the master of discernment, right? And when I look at your reading here in regards to wanting fulfillment, you know, I'm going to give you a tip that I give a lot of people, which is, you know, values, you know. Oh yeah, that's good. Good, very good. So discernment, right? So King of Swords, this is somebody who's self-protective. It's a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be male or female in the genitalial sense. This is an aspect of everyone's reality, you know, this King of Swords energy. And so this is somebody who has gone through it, right? They've already been the page, they've already been the knight, right? Now they're the king, right? And as the king, they have the wisdom to how to wield the mind. You know, the mind is represented in that sword. It cuts both ways, right? We can kind of kill someone with it, or we can build, you know, cut wood to build a house, right? So, anyway, so this is somebody, you know, who's learning to not learning, but kind of coming to the sense of mastery with discernment. Maybe in the past you've been in relationships and had connections with people where later on you recognize that your values are kind of different, right? And then all of a sudden it doesn't work, right? So this discernment saves a lot of energy and time, because you take the time to look at people's values before you choose to engage with them or relate with them, right? And this can be difficult, because if we really want that connection, we can really kind of put those rose-colored glasses on. And so this is somebody who's, you know, open to love and goodness and connection, but also discerning and mindful about what they get themselves into, and they can save themselves a lot of energy, right? So down here in your attitude around the situation, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. This is a wonderful card for your attitude. This is somebody who's patient, who's willing to invest and put the energy in. And, you know, if you got the King of Swords energy here, this is how you want to approach that King of Swords energy, is with investment, patience. So, you know, this could also be representative, you know, even in a romantic context, of someone who's willing to date, right? Who's willing to take the time to see what's working and what's not. Getting out there, exploring, and putting the energy in. You know, you're willing to put the energy in, I guess is what I'm saying. So I would say that, you know, where you're coming from right now in regards to connecting with other people, you've got all the skills and tools you need. It's just going to be a matter of being actively pursuing different connections. And again, the secret there is usually values and taking the time to really look at people's intentions, right? And look at the fruits of their labors. Look at what they've created in their lives. You can usually kind of expect the same in your own relations, right? So if they're mixed up and complaining about their ex-girlfriend all the time and problems and troubles, well, that's probably your future too. Does that make sense? So, wonderful card around you is, this is your environment. Your environment is the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is, you know, on a most basic level, is kind of the master craftsman, right? So there must be some sort of apprenticeship or opportunity to connect and grow in whatever these spiritual endeavors are, right? So again, whether it's relationships or growing as an individual, there is an environment around you, or there is an opportunity around you, whether you're seeing it or not, to really develop and grow. And that could be an individual wanting a romantic relationship, could be a work opportunity, or a creative opportunity, depending on what your spiritual focus is right now, right? So, and again, up here, here's this guy, and he's like, hey, where's this fourth cup? I want to complete this emotional fulfillment, but he's not necessarily looking the right direction, right? So we want to stay flexible and see all the possibilities around us. Sometimes things come in unexpected ways. You know, a good example might be, you know, sometimes, you know, at least I've heard these stories before, is, you know, somebody might be expecting a particular type of person to be in a relationship with, and then they don't recognize that their best friend that they've had for the last 5 years is probably that person who's cared about them most. And, you know, if they just change their view, they might actually even be romantically attracted to them, right? So that's an example of something kind of coming out of nowhere that might be right under your nose, right? So, you know, sometimes just take the time to reflect on the possibilities, right? This can be fun. Reason why I think that this is romantic or romantically inspired on some level is that you have the Two of Cups in the reverse position in your greatest hopes and greatest fears. So greatest hopes and greatest fears is that you're not going to make this a meaningful connection. You really desire that balance between the masculine and the feminine energy. You've done the hard work, and now you're like, well, where's this dude who's done the hard work also, you know? And I don't know how it is in Ireland, you know. In America, pretty much give up. I don't know. I just gave up. I don't know. But it's hard. It's hard to find people that you share those values with, right? And that are on the same level, yet at the same time you're attracted to, right? Because hopefully you're attracted to them, right? So your greatest hopes, greatest fears is that, you know, it's kind of this connection is maybe not possible, right? So, but we don't want to let that stuff get to our head, right? Outcome card here. You know, this is really just about vantage point, you know, and focusing the lens, you know, like a camera, you know, you can just think of it this way, okay? You get a brand new camera, right? You're standing out in a field. You can turn your body 360 degrees, right? And you can face that camera in any direction, right? And then if your camera has a nice big zoom lens on it, not only can you turn it in 360 degrees, but you can also zoom in and focus on a very specific, like say just an apple on a tree, right? Or you could zoom out and you can see the whole mountain, right? So, and then you can also point it up, you can point it down into the grass. I mean, there's all sorts of unlimited possibilities of how you focus your mind, right? And your view, what you're focusing on. And what we focus on can often be kind of what we become, so to say, right? So here's a fellow, and he's focusing on these 3 cups that have spilt, right? Symbolizing, you know, emotional connections gone wrong or just that never were really fulfilled, right? Yet behind him, he's got, to continue that point, is he's looking at these 3 spilt cups. There's a lake dividing him from the house or the home or the castle. And so he's like, I'm fucked, you know, these 3 cups are empty. I can't get over the water. How am I going to get home? All this stuff, right? Now, if he just turned around, there may not be 3 cups, but there's 2 full cups. That's a pretty good start, right? And as he recognizes those 2 cups, he also recognizes this bridge. You know, he's like, oh shit, you know, not only do I have 2 cups, but, you know, there's a bridge, and that bridge, it takes me over the water and it takes me home, right? So this is the ultimate card of vantage point and point of view, right? So, you know, I would say here with the King of Swords, there really is a wonderful mastery of the mind occurring here, and you're learning that and seeing the power that you have with your mind, right? Yeah, so it's hard to people. Yeah, so I'm going through the same thing. I live in a really, really small town in California. Literally, like, you don't meet people hanging out at all. It's very difficult, right? So I've been going through the same challenge where it's like, well, what do I do? You know, like, you know, I've been single for quite a while myself, and you know, if I wanted to go out there and just try to connect for connection's sake, I could, but I don't necessarily want to do that either. It's not very fun, you know. So, you know, I've been going through the same thing where I'm like, well, what do I do? How do I, you know, do that? And I thought, you know, at the very least, what I could do is start, you know, sharing who I am, you know, through my streaming or something like that, and just trying to be a little bit more who I am, right? And putting myself out there, and you know, hopefully you have your expression and your creativity or whatever that might be. But you know, these cards here, you have the King of Swords and, you know, the 5 of Cups here. So this is really like, you know, very much about witnessing your power, mental power, and where you direct your mind, right? So we can say, oh wow, you know, this is, you know, it's been 6 months or a year of focusing on wanting to make this connection, but I haven't necessarily really acted on it either, right? So it's kind of looking at those possibilities. Now these days, I don't know. I mean, the things I was thinking about was, you know, is there online, you know, places that have different specific communities around different values or different ideas? I don't know, you know, but you know, it's important to take some sort of action on some point. So let's see, let's pull some outcome here. So now look at this. So what's influencing this is really wonderful. That's a wonderful way to end the reading. You've got the star. The star comes right after the tower. This is the card of inspiration. This is the card of new possibilities and new opportunities. This is somebody who's gone through some very difficult times and is emotionally renewed, right? So again, I think here, this is just a matter of really wielding this sword. You know, this is your mind. This is where you point it and how you direct it, and becoming the master of it is always going to put you in a place that feels at home and harmonious, right? So do you have any other specific questions about your reading, this is your general spiritual growth. And, you know, I would say right now, this is just really learning how to master where your mind's focusing. And if you get kind of too much in a rut or too much focused in one direction, it's really important to kind of turn directions, right? So we want to turn directions here and look at different opportunities and different possibilities. I don't know if you've been through a romantic relationship that was troubling or a recent breakup, but you know, this is kind of maybe focusing on the past, you could say. So looking forward and the new possibility and finding that inspiration, you know, whatever it takes to find that inspiration. You know, again, this is, you know, being playful, doing things you wouldn't usually expect. You know, this is somebody who needs to kind of get out of a single focus, right? And into more of a playful space, you know. So, you know, as an example, you know, I'm 44 years old, and a couple of years ago I took a gymnastics class, you know, just something wild and crazy, and it sounded crazy and people thought I was crazy, and it was a wonderful, joyous time. And so anything you can do to create that spirit, right, that shake up that energy and create that new spirited energy is going to be really good for you right now. So anyway, Mayo, I hope that was helpful. That's your reading for this evening. I don't know. I mean, look at me. I'm just sitting in my house. This is what I do. I mean, I could go online and try to find dates and stuff, but I also believe that sometimes, you know, or at least I've noticed in my life, that spirit just brings you that naturally too. So I don't know. I think it's a give and take. Got to put a little effort out, right? God meet you halfway, right? So anyway, Mayo, sending you lots of love. If you have any other questions, just let me know. I could pull a little card for you on timing, something like that. Let's do that. Let's pull a timing card for you. When is this energy going to shake it up? When's this energy going to shake it up? Well, you got 12 and you got the Hanged Man, so looks like it's going to be, let's get back to the, here we go. I got the Hanged Man as far as a number. You got 12. So 12 days, 12 weeks, 12 months. So looks like a process here, and it being the Hanged Man is that, you know, there's a little bit of process coming through. So 12 days, 12 weeks, 12 months. There's your timing on that. Okay, cool. Hopefully that helps. All right, sending you lots of love, Mayo girl. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. I really appreciate it. When anybody comes to hang out with me, it's an opportunity for me to be myself and share who I am with the world. So thank you so much. It really does mean a lot, and I really appreciate the donation. That means a lot also. Mrs. YOLO has been very patient and waiting while I gave Miss Mayo a reading. So, YOLO, it's so funny. Every time I try to read your name, I just can't do it. YOLO. Yeah, I guess if I just focus. Okay, Q. Up next. I love this technology. When it works. I don't when it doesn't work. YOLO. Yay, Mayo. YOLO. You still here, YOLO? And Mayo, also, you're welcome to come back anytime. I'll give you a complimentary 3-card reading anytime, every day, whatever you want, girl. So just come hang out. Let's chill. General love reading. All right. Well, let's pull up the cards. And why don't you give me a little background real quick. General love. We have Venus in retrograde right now. Wacky time, wacky energy. Got any exes coming back? Anything from the past right now? Looking back, reflecting on the past. Anyone posted? I'm sorry, I'm not posted. Yeah, Mail. Good show. Sorry, posted meaning you posted your question already, I think. Alright. Well, some stuff gets lost in translation, but I'm getting that you'd like a general love reading. And are you, I guess my main question is there anyone hanging out right now? Do you have anyone that you're thinking about a lot, or coming back, or bugging you, or anything like that? Because I can give you a general reading, and all of a sudden out of nowhere I'll get a card that's like some funky energy, and it can spare me a little time and energy to know if there's somebody hanging out right now. YOLO, YOLO. I said it. Yay, I did it. All right, YOLO, YOLO. Let's do this. Is it this one? No, let's do this one. So this is the one. There we go. I like this one. Yep. Yep. Just hang around those Klingons, right? Gotta watch out. They'll board your spaceship and take over. YOLO, YOLO. All right. Let's see what the hell's going on here. This camera is so far from where I shuffle, but I gotta make it look good, right? YOLO, YOLO. All right, YOLO. Give you a complimentary 3-card reading, and let's tune in to see what the hell's going on. General love reading. I'll give you 3 cards. We'll go through your current energy, your recent past, and your near future. We'll pull a card for you to see. Well, bunk shuffle. We'll pull a card to see some time frame here. I'll give you a little bit of an idea. All right. I don't know. You know, I got all this technology stuff all dialed in here, and I'm supposed to have these notifications that pop up on screen. They don't seem to ever do it. Let me check my main screen here. Do I have this here? Alert box. Okay, that's called alert box, but on this view, no, I got an alert box in there too. I don't know. What the hell is going on here? It's slowly working. All right, YOLO, YOLO. Here we go. All right. Okay, YOLO, why don't you hit me with deck 1, 2, or 3, and you can be the master of your destiny. Let's flip to this view so we can see what the hell's going on here. That's pretty good. There we go. YOLO. Would you like 1, 2, or 3? I'm sure it's like mega delays. Anyway, YOLO, while we're waiting for your answer, or the delay, the Edgar Casey card for the day was, there are the energies in each atom, even of the physical body, that are the shadows of the whole universe. So trip out on that one for a second, huh? 1. YOLO says 1. A lot of fun. Okay, this will be just a general kind of 3-card reading here. Where you're at right now, well, shit. In the future, I'm sorry, in the recent past, and the future. Okay, interesting. So you got the 5 of Cups, like Mayo Girl did. In the reverse position is your outcome here. And we've got the number 5 for your outcome here. So let me just tune in here a little bit. We got Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles in regard to love is, you know, you've got this kind of the hand of God coming out, handing you something, handing you a new opportunity, handing you something beautiful. This is all about manifestation and new opportunity and prosperity. So in regards to love, I would say that would mean that you're quite attractive at the moment. Somebody sees you as very valuable or attractive, or you're coming across with that kind of energy, which is really good. In the recent past, you have the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is all about fast-forward movement and speed and swift changes. So I don't know if this means that you quickly got into something in the past. Maybe it was rash. Maybe you've been too rash in the past about quickly moving into things, or you've quickly gotten into something with someone and you're not too sure about it. So they may see you as very valuable. I'm not really sure if this is kind of a forward momentum or if this is something that you're currently experiencing. But somebody's ready to move forward. You did, or they are, so to say. again, you're seen as very valuable in your current situation. Somebody highly admires you or will be highly admiring you. With the Five of Cups in reverse in the upcoming future here, this is somebody who's no longer willing to look at the negative side of the situation and is willing to move forward into possibility. So I would say overall here you've got a really good outlook in regards to moving into the future. As far as timing, you got the 5 here. Yeah, pull the 5 for you. So that's 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. I could say 5 years too, but probably sooner than that. 5 weeks, 5 months, probably. So you know, there's a positive shift coming up for you. There's a point of view that's changing, right? So it could be that you've already been in a relationship and the viewpoint of them is changing, or it could be that your view about the possibilities in your life is changing. Maybe you're seeing your value more. Either somebody else or you yourself is your attitude changing your vantage point of your value, right? So you're seeing yourself as more valuable, or somebody else is seeing yourself as more valuable. And Page of Wands, I hate to laugh here, but Yolo, I don't know if you're a female or male, gay or straight. I don't know your situation, but this is a kind of an energy of a young man or somebody who is kind of ready to take action and move forward with you. So this is where I get the energy that these wands here is somebody who really admires you. This is somebody who's kind of young and kind of sprung, so to say. You know, look at that wand, right? Don't laugh. So I would say that you've got an admirer coming, and your view about who this person is. They may be young, somewhat naive, but there's also a spirit about them that's refreshing for you, right? So this is something that can be really exciting and fun for you if you allow it, so to say. Not everybody has to be that perfect James Bond, type of energy, or the female equivalent, right? So it looks like you got some new fresh energy coming your way, and they're really excited and really playful. You got some spring bunnies. So and this person is going to change your view about your expectations of what is possible. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. That's 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. You got some new fresh energy coming your way, and you're going to change your attitude to really see what's possible and see the benefit of it. So I'll leave it at that, YOLO. Hopefully yeah, right? Young and sprung. We'll just leave it at that, right? Anyway, YOLO, I hope that is helpful for you. And, I mean, who doesn't want springtime bunnies, right? That's always fun. Who doesn't want to cuddle and play and hang out, right? So anyway, thank you for your question. Thank you for stopping by. You're welcome to hang out. We're just going to be chilling. Be kind of testing out doing the stream earlier in the day. Seems relatively a little slower than it is when it's during the late evening, but also a little more civil. Sometimes late in the evening people are, I don't know, wild. Desperate. Really, oh man, Hippie Love is in the house. What's up, Hippie? Welcome. Hippie, do the same. Oh, you go. There we go. Hippie's #1 position here. Let's check the queue. Actually didn't know that it worked. All capitals. I guess it's all the same. It is non-discriminatory in the queue. We're going to move, thank you, YOLO. We're going to move Hippie to the first in the queue. Hippie, how are you doing this evening? And what the hell's going on? Do complimentary 3-card readings and just hit me with a question. If it's a love question, give me just a little bit of background and maybe your astrological sign. And if it involves you and someone else, which it typically does, right? There's people are in messes throwing stuff at each other. Then give me their sign also if you know it. Or if you want a general spiritual growth reading, all my readings tend to lean that direction no matter what you really want. And then if you want a full 10 card reading, any donation amount will get you a full 10 card Celtic Cross reading. Staying safe, New York is crazy. That's what I've heard. Seems like a rough time to be in New York. Are you in the city, or are you in the suburbs, or where are you at, hippie? My daughter just asked me about college in New York, and I was like, honey, I don't think we're going to go out there and visit anytime soon. Not just yet. Pisces. Oh yeah, you got it. Spiritual energy for June, please and thank you. Well, you've had Mars in Pisces for a bit now. And then, I think it usually goes about 2 months per sign on average, unless there's a retrograde that goes longer. Mars in Pisces is going to make the Piscean energy more charged up, but also Mars feels a little cloudy in Pisces, right? So, Westchester, nice. I haven't been in New York since 2012. I was doing some work out there. Scouting locations for a video game experiential marketing campaign. Had a great time. It's really fun. Saw Kanye West pull up in his Maybach next to our hotel. It was weird. I'd never seen anything like it. I'm sitting there waiting for a ride out front, and we see this black Maybach pull up in the cafe in the corner right next to the hotel. And dude, it was so strange. It was like everyone got super quiet. Everything was super quiet all of a sudden. Out pops Kanye West. And I've never been around anything that commanded that much energy and attention. It was really, really strange. I mean, so strange it almost made me like imagine like I never want to be that famous, you know? It was really weird. Okay, general. Yeah, Pisces. I have a Pisces full moon. I'm all about the Pisces leads my chart. Because I have a Cancer ascendant. I've got the moon right at the top of my chart. Do you know what your moon sign is? I love that Pisces. Pisces are awesome, man. Pisces are like, they just know everything, and they're like, all right, I guess everyone's just fun crazy. Unless you hold on to too much. That's one thing you don't want to do as a Pisces. You don't want to hold on to stuff, right? The tide goes in, the tide goes out, right? And when the tide goes out, you put up your sail and you move forward. When the tide goes in, you appreciate things for what they are. And symbolically, what that means is that when things are good, appreciate it. When things are transitioning, then just fucking get the GTFO as fast as you can. That's a lesson for Pisces energy. Yeah, it was really strange. Anyway, so Pisces, June 2020. Also, if you can, hippie, I just finished my Hangin' With series. That's my, I do the video for each sign. So I did just finish Pisces, so check that out too. Leo rising, Virgo moon. Oh wow, we are opposites. I am a Virgo sun with a Pisces full moon. So we got that polarity energy going on. Well, so you've gone through some amazing emotional renewal. Oh, good. Leo rising, that's fun too. So you've got Virgos are being reborn. Virgos have been dead for so many years, and I don't mean dead. I don't mean that as I'm overstating it, but there's almost been this like, who am I? Why am I here? This lack of purpose, and so Virgos in the last 6 to 9 months have really gone through a process of kind of reinvigorating themselves, kind of reestablishing themselves, almost like feeling this sense of vitality for the first time in years, right? So in your case, that being your moon sign, that would mean kind of emotional purpose and a sense of vitality in your emotional state of being, which is really cool. Leo rising. I got my Venus in Leo. Oh yeah. It's all about that kitty time, right? Meow, meow, meow. All right, so let's give Hippie some cards here. What the hell's going on with Hippie? Dude. All right, let's tune in here. Let's call in. I used to think I was a basket case, and then I found out that I was born on a Pisces full moon, and then I realized, like, I'm just soaking in so much shit. Like, the shit I feel and see all the time, just like, what's up? Oh my God, right? So once I acknowledged that, and I was like, well, I guess I'm a tarot reader, right? I guess I'll never amount to anything but being a tarot reader. So here I am, kicking it out, tuning in. Hippie, let's get down. Let's get into tarot view. All right, what's going on with Hippie? June 2020. Hey Hippie, why don't you go and give me a number between 1 and 3? Give me a number between 1 and 3, and I'll go ahead and lay down your deck. Tuning in. Hippie. June 2020. You know, so anyway, we've had for Pisces. No frickin' way. No frickin' way. All right, I'm clicking cameras. You were really born on a Pisces full moon also, and you have a Virgo moon? Because that's crazy. I'm a Virgo sun, born on a Pisces full moon. Wow. That's wacky. Wacky, wacky stuff. All right, well, together we'd probably open up the gates of hell. I don't know. Or speak to angels. I have no idea. Man, how do you... I see, I have that in my moon sign, man. I got, like, that's my emotional nature. It's like, whoa. You have that in your conscious nature. How do you function in the world with that kind of insight? That's amazing. And then you have that Virgo moon. It's very analytical. It's very able to see things what they are. That's really cool. I like it. All right, number 3. Let's get back to your reading. Pisces full moon. That's crazy. So Hippie, do you do readings? I mean, you just seem like you're ready to go. Hippie love. All right, so let's break it up. I'm gonna just flip it up one more time here. All right, here we go. Let's tune in. Hippie says 1. Hippie says 2. Hippie says 3. We'll take 3. We'll stack it on number 2, which goes on number 1. Isn't this fun? Let's go ahead and flip that card and see what Hippie's all about here. Things are slowing down a little bit. And that makes perfect sense since we've got like 5 planets that are retrograde. It took me many years to get here, that's for sure. Oh my gosh, help me Lord. Help me Lordy. I live in a little house in California. And I'm surrounded by trees and birds. And I'm cool. Yeah, your intuition's out of control. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hippie ain't fucking around. Things are slowing down. Like I said, though, it makes sense because we have 5 planets in retrograde, at least for a few days. 4, we got Mercury retrograde coming in June. And you have Mars leaving the sign of Pisces and going back into its home sign of Aries. So that will take a little bit of that charge out. But right now, or you have been feeling pretty charged up the last few months, although it might have been a little bit confusing. Got a lot of wands here. Coming out of conflict, coming out of... This is kind of... I always tend to see this as kind of misaligned values, right? Wands kind of represent... I mean, they represent a lot of things, right? But they represent values in this particular card. I see it as values in a lot of ways. So... you know, this is kind of like, these are the resources and assets you have to work with, right? And so people, it's just like, I laugh because I see these things. It's like people trying to build a house, right? Now, if these fools were building your house, you'd be screwed, right? You wouldn't want to hire these guys, right? So if you're going to have a team, if you're going to connect with other people have to kind of work together and be able to kind of plan together, right? Well, you have to have similar views, similar values, and all this stuff. So this is coming out of conflict, either direct conflict or just a misalignment of values, right? So things are kind of like, it's not working. You know, everyone's like trying to like make it work, and it's like, you know, it's like Italian pasta night, right? But everyone shows up with their lentils and their couscous, right? It's just not going to happen. So you're kind of like, I gotta take a break here. This shit ain't happening. Slowing down a little bit. This is your vitality. You know, these are your resources within yourself. This is like the second house, so to say, right? In astrology, which I'm sure you're aware of. So it's kind of like slowing down because things haven't been working. So you're like, okay, well, what do I need to do to move forward here? What do I need to develop more to move forward here? Three of Swords in the reverse position for the upcoming near future this is symbolic of what kind of energy will be coming forward after the slowdown. This is a really, really wonderful card in the reverse position because this is really releasing. This is a deep, deep release of energy, emotional energy, right? And mental energy, right? So, you know, this is like we're going, we're trying to create, and then we slow down and we really start feeling what we really feel, right? And when we do, it's like all of a sudden we get this kind of overwhelmed with these emotions of things that were unacknowledged, or how much we really love someone, or what are we truly value, right? And then we have this kind of swelling in our heart, and where we see and start seeing really crystal clearly, right? So this is all about forgiveness. This is optimism. This is moving forward with mental clarity because we took the time to see what something really meant to us, right? So this is a slowdown time in general to really tap into those emotions and those feelings. And it doesn't have to be dramatic. You know, this is more just about kind of, it's that time when you're laying around the couch and your cat's like hanging out with you, and all of a sudden you start thinking about that one person, and you know, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, and you know, it just something really touches your heart, you know, and you get clearer about wanting to move forward. So I would say in general for the month of June for you, it's just a time for getting cozy, right? Reflecting, hanging out, and just really tapping into, you know, I think some people could call it pain, but I don't really call it pain. I call it kind of your emotional truth, right? So it's just like, you know, how do I really feel about someone? And maybe it's time to write someone a card or give someone that special phone call, right? As far as numbers, I get a 7, right? So I would say this is probably a 7-week cycle from now that you'll feel complete and through this particular cycle. So that's June, you know, middle of July will be a complete cycle here. And then this is, I'll just pull another card here for you. You got the 7 of Wands, which is really good because this ties in with your kind of recent past here. And this is overcoming these obstacles, right? So here's somebody who's taking the time to really get in touch with their heart, their true nature of how they're really feeling about people and situations. And so instead of being in conflict, they're kind of rising above all these individual voices or confusion. You're able to kind of be the master and kind of rise above the situation, right? So you've somewhat kind of ascended or separated yourself from that way of seeing things. This is no longer a mental process. This is a feeling process for you. And since you're in touch with your heart and your true emotions in regards to your environment and your situations you're going through, you really ascend to higher values, right? You're living from your heart as opposed from your mind and kind of ego-based conflict, right? You've really ascended past that, right? So anyway, I'll give it about 7 weeks, and you know, grab some tissues, you know, watch some, I don't know if you ever watch those Bollywood movies. You ever seen those Bollywood movies? It's all these beautiful romantic movies of like, you know, it's all about this masculine and feminine and honoring the masculine and feminine. I mean, I don't know about you, I get hooked on that shit, man. I'm crying my eyes out. I got a Cancer ascendant too, so I'm a sucker for those romantic comedies, you know. Hippie says, yes, taking time to focus on what I really want going forward. That seems to be the theme. And again, things are slowing down again. You got Mercury retrograde coming middle of next month. Or 2 weeks from now, right? Not too long. So it's going to be a time of chilling, you know. But I'd recommend getting cozy. I keep getting this feeling of getting cozy. Getting cozy, right? What do you need to get cozy? You need a little... you know, do you need a little beanbag chair? Do you need like some feathers? I saw like ostrich feathers, right? Tickling yourself, even better, someone else tickling you there, right? Soothing yourself, laying out, stretching, cozy blankets, hot baths, bath salts, incense, right? That's the feeling I keep getting really strong with you, is cozy time, right? And when you get cozy, what happens is you feel safe when you feel safe, then the heart-centered portion can kind of let down its guard, so to say, right? And then we can really maybe cry a little bit or just reminisce, or it's that kind of tone I'm getting with you. So thank you for your time and your energy. Absolutely, hippie. Sending you lots of love. I totally am in tune with your vibes. Virgo, Pisces, my God. God bless you for being on this planet. It's getting dark. Look at, since I started, the sun has gone from super bright to getting dark out. So this is usually when I kick it up a notch. Let's change the color here. Where are we going here? Oh, wrong button here. Let's get, ooh, let's warm it. Ooh, purple. How's that? Purple time? Oh, that's awesome. I'll tell you what, hippie, if you'd like to make a donation, it is in the comments right below. It's paypal.me/does10, DOES10. Much appreciated. But I will tell you what, if you do make a donation, I do offer full readings with a donation. So if you do, why don't you hit me back? And I stream at least a couple times a week. So if you do make that donation, which I really appreciate, it actually does make a huge difference. Not many people do, so thank you very much. If you do, then I'll give you a full 10-card reading the next time I'm up. Just hit me up and say, yo, it's hippie. Pisces full moon. I gave you a donation. Hook a sister up. And I'm assuming you're a female. I don't know, male, hippie, boy, girl. But, and just remind me, and I'll, actually, you know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do, hippie. I am a lover of sticky notes, and I just discovered them like a month ago. It's actually kind of bad. I'm gonna write right here. What I do is I write all these sticky notes out and I write on my wall. I'm gonna put hippie love, and I'm gonna put 10-card reading, and I'm gonna put it right here on my desk, and the next time I go on, or next time you swing by, I've got it right there. All right? So thank you so much for your time and energy. Really appreciate it. I'm probably going to chillin'. Yeah, chillin', man. Take care of yourself. Make yourself feel like a god or goddess. Make yourself feel like $1,000,000. Luxurious, right? We can create luxury in any situation. You want freaking leopards and pillows and cats and warm fires and cuddles, right? Who doesn't want that? Yep. Got you right here. Hippie. Sticky notes in the house. Anyway, hope you have a good time. Take care of yourself. Get luxurious. Get that luxurious body oil. Get like some almond, jojoba, olive, and peanut oil. Mix it up. To die for, man. You're out of your mind. You'll enjoy yourself so much you'll just never date anyone again. Just be like, damn, dude. Who's this hippie girl that I keep hanging out with? And you're just like, yeah, that's me, girl. And then you're like, yeah, I love you, girl. And you're like, yeah. And then you never leave your house. Yep. All right. Thanks, hippie. Thanks for stopping by. Much love. Gonna rein it in here. I've been going for, where are we at? 2 hours? Oh, 1 hour, 15 minutes. It's nice. Nice flow. Thanks everyone for stopping by. Take a little break here for a second. Get the cards back in. Shake it up. Street Level Live. Been really enjoying myself doing these readings. Yep, I just pushed some button and I just lost everything. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Come back. I'm gonna pull up the Astro Split View. Hey, you can still read it there. That's June 5th. That's the up and coming full moon in Sagittarius. It's getting wild. I think things got crazy, but I think we're still in for the bulk of it. I think we're in for the wacky stuff still. I think it's still coming. We got Aries coming into its home sign of Mars. Gonna be a lot of energy. A lot of energy about wanting to move forward. action, war. I'm not saying war, but I'm just saying, you know, Aries and Mars. It's like supercharged energy. Wants to make shit happen. Alright, let me clean up the queue here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do we got here? We got Hippie. Thank you so much for stopping by. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. If anybody would like a reading, we're doing complimentary 3-card readings. Just type in !join. I am going to put it on the Astro. I don't even know what these are called anymore. Astro. Oh, yeah, I guess no, not this one. No. I don't know. This is this one? No, it's not that one. It's this one. Yay! All right, so let's put the cards out like this. Let's set our bait, our lure, to lure someone in to one of my readings. Come on in. I'm going to put the mic on mute, and I am going to refresh my beverage. And if anybody would like a reading, just type in !join, lowercase. I guess uppercase work too, I just found out, which is cool. Anyway, I'll be back momentarily. Thank you for joining me on Street Level Live. The hell's going on? We're back. It's Street Level Live. When I feel like a new boy. Got the lights going. Blue. Red. Magenta. I don't know. Is it too dark? Thought I'd give it a shot. We got Astro-Tarot for spiritual growth. Some really great readings earlier. Yeah, this looks a little dark, doesn't it? The hell is going on here? Let's check this view out. So that's my regular. Is that better than this one? It's kind of like has a greenish. It was like a reddish. Well, I guess we'll stick with our classic. Let's check out our whites here. It's kind of like, that's interesting. It's got like a blue. Green undertones. This is like magenta undertones. I don't know which one I like better. Kind of looks better, doesn't it? Let's do that one. Alright, well, I'm just hanging out, waiting for people to come in. The sun has gone down. It's usually when I go for a walk, but today I already went out. I visited my friend Ethan and Tamara, and we hung out and talked for a few minutes. It was nice, and just caught up for a moment. And then I came home to do this. Oh, let's see here. If you haven't had a chance, check out your Street Level Spirituality Hanging With series. I do a video for each sign every month, so June 2020 is up. Just look in my video playlist. There's a June 2020 Hanging With playlist, and just pick your sign, and you'll get about 30-40 minutes of yimming and yamming about all the astrological aspects for the month of June, and a tarot reading for the general energy for your sign. Yeah, I don't know. Let's pop this other light on. I don't know. Is that working? Let's try this other one. Is that too much? So it takes away some of that blue, huh? I don't know. I'm working on it. Anyway, anybody wants a reading, we got Astro-Tarot free 3-card complimentary reading. This is my Carrie. I forget his name. Carrie Holzman? Carrie Holz? I don't know. It's a computer tech on YouTube. I ordered it from his YouTube page. And he says, "Where my wrench is at?" Yeah. Where my wrench is at. And you gotta get busy. You gotta find your wrenches, right? Alright, I guess we can talk a little bit about the astrological omens. June 5th coming up in a few days here. Oh wow, that's Friday. I didn't realize that's Friday. It's my day I get to go to the dentist. Yay! Full moon on Friday. It's all about, it's in Sagittarius. All about looking into the future, spiritualizing our plans moving forward. You know, I'm gonna have a cookie. I bake. These are peanut butter cookies I made. Peanut butter. Peanut butter cookie. Mmm. Well, this is what a professional astrologer does on a tarot reader in between readings on YouTube. Let's see cookies. Homemade cookies. Oh, very good. Well, thank you, Hippie. I actually made all this music. I mean, it's just real quick and dirty, but I made music because I got a bunch of strikes on my, I made some videos and I think it was like, I got like 9 strikes on it because someone was like DJing some Biggie Smalls track or something like that. So anyway, after that, I was like, well, I just gotta make my own music. This was like my laid back play mix. I have other playlists which have my regular music on them, but my regular music's kind of weird, so it's kind of noisy and distracting in the background. This is supposed to be chill, relaxing. Thank you, Happy. I appreciate it. I usually go on a little later. I usually start around 9, and then by 12 I've got so many people in here I can't keep up. But then I know I'm going to sleep till like 2:30 in the morning, and that's rough. So I thought I'd try it a little earlier, which has been nice. I had you, a couple other people hanging out, and now I'm just enjoying this peanut butter cookie that I made. I usually have like big circles of friends, party a lot. I just hang out with myself. I live in a little house, and I just make cookies and read tarot cards and drink coffee. Yay! Anyway, so we got a tarot, our Edgar Casey. All right, let's pull up the astro influences for the month of June. What the hell's going on here? June 2020 aspects. What you're seeing on the screen right now is June 5th, full moon in Sagittarius and lunar eclipse. It's time to tune in and get spiritual. Call it in. It's time to get real and look at your long-term goals. Like I said, taking the time to consider other people when designing your future. That's the vibe. It's coming up on Friday, kids. Then on same day, June 5th, we've got Mercury in Cancer, sextile Uranus and Taurus. Yeah, that's what's happening. Mercury in Cancer means we want to communicate from the Cancerian type energy, which is all about love and nurturing and warmth and family and togetherness and goodness and kindness, right? So we're wanting to communicate from that space in general. And it's in the sextile, it's a natural flow with Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is abruptly transforming everything in the material world, finances. I equate this Uranus and Taurus with kind of this pandemic and these, big changes that are going on. Anything to do with the material world, the physical world, biology. So there's some softening of communication around some of these major transits and changes. What is up? We got Sienna stopping by. Hey Sienna, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I just did an awesome reading for Hippie Love. We're chilling. I was just killing some time talking about the astrological influences for the month of June. What the hell is going on, Sienna? You are the first of my evening round. I did a little bit of an earlier day round. Had the windows open. Took a break, washed my face, made a cup of coffee, turned on some lights. Now we got Sienna hopping in here. Sienna, how can I help you this evening? I do a complimentary 3-card tarot reading. Let's just push the buttons till we see it. Let's try again. Let's try again. Complimentary 3-card reading. Let's turn the brightness down here. It's a little bright, isn't it? There we go. I can give you a kind of current, past, and future. All right, Sienna, we got you at number 1. Let's check out the queue, get you hooked up. What's up? Sienna, where you calling from? Where you coming in from? Where you at? What's going down? Oh, interesting, interesting, interesting. So, okay. I don't know what's going on. Sienna, it says Rachel R, but I would assume that your name's Sienna. So let's just say that you're Rachel R because I have not seen a Rachel R here. I don't know why that happened, but apparently my robot is out of his mind. So we're going to call you Rachel, Sienna. How's that? I'm just joking. We're not going to call you Rachel. Sienna, you are up next. My robot's gone crazy. Sienna, I do tarot readings for spiritual growth, but you can ask any question you want, but it tends to lean back to spiritual growth. You can ask about a relationship, you can ask about work, you can ask about anything that's kind of occupying your mind. Aw, thank you so much, Hippie. I really appreciate it. Aw, yay, thank you so much. I really appreciate the spirit. I'm just here to try to be myself, and when I connect with other people that it means something to, or is helpful to, or that we can just have a moment together, that means a lot to me. And thank you for making my night more spirited and beautiful, and hopefully I contributed to yours in some manner also. Have a great time, and I hope to see you soon. Next time you come by, or just come by anytime and just tell me when you're ready for your full reading, Hippie. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Sienna. Hello, hello, hello. How can I help you this evening? What can I do for you? What kind of things are you looking at in your life? Here, let's go to this view here. No, this one. I don't even know what these things are called. Let's keep doing it. I will start shuffling the cards for you. Start tuning in. I'm going to start attempting to shuffle the cards for you. Miss Sienna Peters. The hell's going on? You got some love triangle going on? Someone from the past? Wondering about where you're headed? What's holding you back? How can I do you? What can I do you for? I like to help you. What can I do? Well, you still there, Sienna? Sienna, where you at, girl? Hit me up with a question. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Anyway, Sienna, there's a little bit of a delay here. When you are ready, hit me up with a question, and I will be happy to give you a reading. Got you all mixed up there. In the meantime, on June 6th, we have the Sun in Gemini square Mars in Pisces. The Sun in Gemini is a time when everybody feels more intellectual, chit-chatty. People want to talk, share ideas. And then Mars in Pisces, it's squaring Mars in Pisces. So squaring means there's an opportunity, some kind of action needs to occur, right? Oh. I don't know if we lost Sienna, but Sienna, if you're still here, hit me up. Ask me a question. And I'll hook you up with the reading. Sun in Gemini square Mars in Pisces. General energy of wanting to communicate, some kind of communication, intellectual stimulation. Squaring Mars in Pisces, so some challenging energy in with Mars doesn't really feel at home in Pisces in general, so it could be some communication, some mixed wires, some wanting to move forward but things not moving forward. Similar energy on June 11th. Same thing, Sun in Gemini, but now it's squaring Neptune in Pisces. Neptune is the home sign of Pisces. It's a wacky placement. More challenges to the intellectual, to the communicative, to the wanting to move forward and get out and be playful. Squaring Neptune in Pisces can be sort of conflict of ideology or intellectual conflict between ideology and spirituality. Could also be communicating deep from within the spiritual realms or the divine. Depends on all how you see it. But something to work through here. Big win is June 18th. Nobody's favorite, which is Mercury retrograde in Cancer. Mercury retrograde in Cancer from June 18th to July 12th. As it's pretty much Mercury retrograde is pretty much a lexicon thing, right? It's kind of like kind of in the popular lexicon, right? Yeah. A lot of emotions kicking up here in the middle of June. I mean, things have been going down here at the beginning of June, end of, like, was it May 30, 31st that was the riots thing started happening? So, but I have a feeling that it's really going to be the end of June as Mars goes into its home sign of Aries, that we're going to start seeing some charging forward momentum. So I don't think we're out of it yet. I think this is just starting. Well, it looks like we lost Sienna. We've been going for an hour and 45 minutes. Maybe I'll call it for the evening here, unless somebody else wants to come in. I'll give it a few more minutes here. My concern is if I just get started here, it's about 10 after 8 here, it really starts ramping up between 9 and midnight, and I don't think I'm up for a late night of reading. Keep it chill. No. See, I face this way all the time because this is where my screen is, right? But then I have the camera slightly just off screen, so I can keep it eye level. But I'm not really sure how to rectify. I don't know. I guess on laptops they have the little camera on top, right? But this big screen and a big camera, I don't know what the hell's going on. All right. Well, anyway, thanks again to Hippie. I appreciate the support there, and everyone else who stopped by. I really appreciate it. Looks like Sienna disappeared. Sienna, you still here? I'm gonna. If you want to do a reading, let me know. I'm about to sign off here. If not. Let me know, Sienna. I got energy for another reading or two. But if you lost connection, I understand too. Sienna, where you go, girl? You said you want a reading, but now you leave me alone. Sienna. Oh god, I wish I could sing. I'm killing small animals. Singing like this. Let's check this out. What does gum and black coffee taste like? Tastes like gum and black coffee. That's what it tastes like. Anyway. Yep. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a break. And maybe I'll do a stream part 2 in just a little bit. So anyway, thanks everyone for stopping by. Street Level Live. And I don't know. Maybe I'll come on later. Maybe I won't. I don't know. All right, you guys have a good night.